You do not use your children as pawns to get what you want. It's so wrong and disgusting. I don't even know. Harry is just a broken man, Dan. He is broken in a big way. And I feel sorry for those children. It's bad. It's really bad because it's playing out on the world stage. Everyone's watching what you do, and you're still acting like a spoiled brat. Get over yourself. Seeing your grandchildren should just be a natural thing. There should not be any negotiations around seeing your grandchildren. How absurd is that? And at the end of all of this, Dan, Harry is going to regret it so much because you do not use your children as pawns to get what you want. Make it about your children seeing their grandfather. Make it about them having the experience of knowing your father, the king, before, he passes on. That's what it should be about.
Get over yourself. Once those words really sink in and you sit with them, they stay with you. They hit hard and refuse to fade. The judgment is blunt, a broken man. And that verdict is not coming from a political rival or a headline-chasing tabloid writer looking for attention. It is coming from someone who has followed this story closely, with real care, sharp insight, and the kind of honesty many people avoid. The picture being painted is of a broken man putting his own children in the spotlight on the world stage, while millions watch every move and every headline. Because this is not just another story about royal security, government decisions, or the details of a possible trip to Scotland. That is only part of the conversation. At its core, this story is about something much deeper. It is about a father, a grandfather, a king, and a quiet truth sitting right in the middle of everything. That truth has never been spoken directly, yet it seems to appear in every major development from the past few weeks for anyone paying close attention. And what is that truth? It is simple.
These children are not going to have that with their cousins, and it's all Harry and Meghan's fault. They're the reason. So they need to get a grip. It's bad. It's really bad because it's playing out on the world stage. Everyone's watching what you do, and you're still acting like a spoiled brat. Get over yourself.
King Charles, Prince Harry's father, a man balancing his health challenges while protecting the legacy of the monarchy, would likely give almost anything for the chance to look his grandson Archie and his granddaughter Lilibet in the eyes and say, "I am your grandfather. I am here, and I love you." Those are the simple words at the center of this entire situation. Strip away the briefings, the headlines, and all the public drama. And that is the emotional reality many people see underneath it all. Beyond the legal disputes, the back-and-forth statements, and the steady stream of newspaper reports, there is a grandfather who has limited contact with his grandchildren and two young children who have had little opportunity to build a close relationship with him. That is why this story lands so differently for so many people. It is why comment sections light up, why debates keep coming back around, and why people who have followed this family for years cannot seem to look away. Because beneath the palace strategy, media speculation, and public disagreements, this is about something deeply human. It is about grandparents and grandchildren.
I think she's part of that because what you just laid out there makes complete sense. Why wouldn't it just would seem logical that he would bring the children under those circumstances, okay? I mean, goodness knows they've got things that we don't even know about, right? So why can't you do that? And I think a part of that element has to do with Meghan and what she is putting, as an obstacle in front of Harry.
Precious time moving forward and decisions that can shape relationships for years to come. Many observers believe the focus should be on giving the children the chance to know their grandfather, the king, and to share meaningful moments with him while that opportunity still exists. To understand why this carries so much weight, it helps to look at the bigger picture. King Charles is not a young monarch enjoying a carefree chapter of life. He is a man facing serious health challenges while continuing to carry out his royal responsibilities. Despite those difficulties, he has continued his duties with determination, making adjustments behind palace doors and maintaining a steady public presence without much complaint or drama. And yet, through all of these years and all of the public attention surrounding the family, two of King Charles's grandchildren have remained largely distant from him. Archie, born in May 2019, and Lilibet, born in June 2021. As the son and daughter of Prince Harry,
Behind it, we have to understand, Dan, that Meghan is the one behind Harry making these demands. I think she's the one making it so complicated and difficult. And Harry is just falling into doing what Meghan tells him to do because, he is kind of like that child that wants what he wants. So it doesn't make sense. It lets me know that Harry is just trying to be complicated.
they are at the center of a situation that continues to spark discussion around the world. By most public accounts, they have had very limited opportunities to build a close relationship with their grandfather, the king. That detail alone is enough to keep people talking and debating what might have been. Archie was still very young when the Sussexes stepped away from royal duties and relocated. Lilibet's visits to the United Kingdom have reportedly been limited, and nearly every detail connected to family visits, photographs, and public appearances has attracted intense media attention. Each development seems to create another wave of headlines, speculation, and questions about the state of family relationships. According to reports and commentary from royal observers, King Charles has weathered many difficult moments over the years, including high-profile interviews, memoir revelations, documentaries, and ongoing public disagreements.
Is having some conversations. Something is happening that is drawing him back to, family, seeing his father before it's too late. We have to also remember that Harry had a huge regret around what happened with his mother before she passed. And I think Harry sees it happening again now with his father. And that is the urgency that he is feeling about getting back to the UK and having his children meet their grandfather. So this is also Harry trying to not repeat history.
Yet many believe the most emotional part of the story is the distance between him and his grandchildren. The image often discussed is of two young children growing up in California, with limited chances to connect with their grandfather, the wider royal family, and the country that remains such a significant part of their family history. Many royal insiders believe this is the part of the story that continues to linger the most. A quiet family hurt that never fully disappears. And it is against that backdrop, a grandfather's sadness, a king's restraint, and time continuing to move forward, that recent events are often being viewed and discussed. Because what has been unfolding in recent weeks is about more than security debates or travel arrangements.
Time is something that you can never get back. And, he regretted the time when his mother passed, the time he could not get back. And once again, he is falling into a position where he is losing out, and time is going to keep going. And, it waits for no one. And it's going to be a huge regret for Harry. And I think it will cause him enormous stress and mental anguish once it is all done, because the time will be gone.
Those issues may dominate the headlines, but many observers see a deeper and far more emotional story underneath it all. At its heart, this public back and forth has come to symbolize a much bigger question. Will there be enough time and opportunity for family relationships to grow and strengthen? Through newspaper reports, television interviews, and endless public commentary, that question keeps resurfacing again and again. Consider what that means in practical terms. Archie and Lilibet are growing up in California, while their relationship with their grandfather in England has, according to public reporting, remained limited. For young children, that kind of distance can make a family connection feel more like an idea than an everyday reality.
Harry will never be able to have his children experience anything that he experienced, Harry, when he was growing up. this is complete. This, I believe, is very hurtful to Harry. He is starting to see now that he is missing out, and his children are missing out, and that Meghan is controlling everything, and I feel, is feeling very regretful. He is looking at Meghan as someone that is controlling his life completely, despite how he feels.
To them, he may be a familiar name, a public figure, or someone they have seen in photographs and on screens. What they have had fewer opportunities to experience are the ordinary moments that often build family bonds. They have not been able to regularly share walks, conversations, family gatherings, or simple day-to-day memories together. And as many people point out, every passing month is time that cannot be reclaimed, making the situation feel even more emotional for those watching from the outside. So what is actually happening right now? The details are important because they often get lost beneath the constant headlines and debate surrounding the Sussex story. And when you look closely, the situation becomes even more interesting. What has been confirmed is that Prince Harry is expected to be in the United Kingdom for an Invictus Games countdown event. That part is clear. What remains uncertain, according to various media reports, is whether Archie and Lilibet will accompany him on the trip. That unanswered question has become a major talking point. According to public statements and reporting, Harry has continued to raise concerns about security arrangements for his family during visits to the UK. The issue has been discussed openly and has become part of a broader public conversation.
Breaking from Meghan into really seeing what is important is what he needs to do at this point. Because you're talking about time, and that means putting aside whatever it is your wife might be telling you, whatever it is that you might want, and thinking about the time that your children are missing out with a man, and the clock is ticking. And what are you going to do when the clock stops and your father is no longer here and your children have not seen him?
Rather than something handled entirely behind closed doors. The debate has attracted significant media attention on both sides of the Atlantic. Reports have focused on Harry's position regarding security and what conditions might make future family visits more practical. As a result, speculation has continued to grow about what could happen next. One report published by the New York Post highlighted the current uncertainty surrounding the situation. According to the article, sources indicated that Harry would like Meghan and the children to spend more time in the UK, but that no definite plans have been finalized. That detail has only added another layer of intrigue to an already closely watched story, leaving many people wondering what the next chapter could look like. Reports have described the security issue as not yet fully resolved. That uncertainty continues to hang over discussions about future visits and possible family meetings. According to media coverage, there has also been no publicly confirmed schedule for a meeting between Prince Harry and King Charles. But one particular claim has attracted significant attention. Reports have stated that Harry believes his father could overrule the government on the issue. That single statement has sparked intense debate among royal commentators and constitutional observers alike.
And what Harry fears is that once Charles passes on, he won't be let into Britain at all. And that is a major problem for him.
Seeing your grandchildren should just be a natural thing. There should not be any negotiations around seeing your grandchildren. You know, Harry will always keep wanting more and more if his father gives. Now, I have heard that a decision has been made. We just don't know what it is, right? So they are definitely going to, I think, I don't know, announce something maybe soon, but Harry's in a position now where he's just trying to force his father's hand.
The reason it stands out is because it touches on the relationship between the monarchy and government authority, an area that is often treated with extreme caution. By appearing in a major American publication, rather than remaining a private family matter, the claim quickly became part of the wider public conversation. Critics have argued that making such disagreements public increases pressure on all sides, while supporters see it as part of Harry's effort to explain his concerns. Either way, the reporting has fueled fresh controversy and added another dramatic layer to an already complicated family story. The same New York Post report also included another detail that caught attention. According to the article, Harry was reportedly not included in his cousin Peter Philip's recent wedding celebrations. That claim immediately sparked more speculation about the current state of family relationships behind palace walls and whether divisions within the wider family remain as deep as many observers believe. While other members of the extended family reportedly gathered for the celebration, Prince Harry's absence did not go unnoticed. In fact, many royal watchers argued that a quiet absence can sometimes reveal more about family dynamics than any public statement or carefully crafted briefing ever could. This is where the conversation becomes especially sensitive. According to recent reporting and Harry's previous public comments, there has been ongoing uncertainty about whether Meghan and the children would accompany him to the UK without security arrangements that he considers appropriate. As a result, the possibility of Harry travelling alone has become a major topic of discussion. For many observers, the issue goes beyond security and enters the emotional territory of family relationships. If Archie and Lilibet do not travel, some believe their absence will be deeply felt by relatives who would otherwise welcome the chance to spend time with them.
Harry, at the end of the day, is going to be the one regretting every decision. Once again, using your children as a prop, using them, to get what you want. And, the king can't really go in this back and forth with Harry about this because he's got work to do. He's got his health to focus on. There should not be any negotiations around seeing your grandchildren. How absurd is that?
That emotional impact has become a significant part of the public debate. Critics of Harry's approach argue that linking family visits to unresolved disputes creates additional strain and places family relationships at the center of a public disagreement. Supporters, meanwhile, maintain that his concerns are focused on safety. Either way, the situation has fueled strong reactions, with many commentators questioning how these ongoing disputes may affect opportunities for family members to connect in the future. Some critics interpret the situation in very stark terms. They argue that the message being sent is essentially, "Give me what I want, or family visits will not happen." Whether that interpretation is fair or not, it has become part of the public debate, and it continues to generate strong reactions as the story unfolds in full view of the world. What makes the situation even more striking for many observers is that they see alternative paths that could potentially allow private family contact. Commentators have pointed to possibilities such as discreet visits, private travel arrangements, limited publicity, and family meetings kept away from cameras and headlines. In theory, those options could reduce public attention and place the focus back on personal relationships rather than public disputes. Many royal watchers have imagined a simple family gathering at Balmoral, where a grandfather could spend time with his grandchildren away from the spotlight. It is an image that resonates with people because it feels personal, familiar, and far removed from the endless cycle of headlines and controversy. According to various reports, there is a belief among some sources that opportunities for private contact may still exist. That has led to a growing question. If a quieter route is available, why has progress remained so difficult? Supporters and critics offer very different answers. Some believe unresolved practical concerns remain the obstacle, while others argue that public disputes have complicated matters far beyond what was necessary. What seems clear is that the discussion is no longer just about logistics. It has become a much larger debate about family, trust, and the possibility of reconciliation under intense public scrutiny.
When I think of all of the stories of Harry talking about, the childhood pain and suffering that he endured, his family never did anything to him like what he's done to his own children.
The gap between what Prince Harry says he hopes to achieve and the highly public way the issue continues to be discussed has become a major point of debate. For many observers, that contrast raises difficult questions. If the goal is simply rebuilding family connections, some wonder why quieter approaches have not produced visible progress. It is a question that keeps resurfacing as new reports emerge. When commentators look for answers, they often focus on details buried deep within media reports rather than the headline-grabbing claims. And in one widely discussed New York Post report, a particular detail stood out from the rest. According to the publication's sources, Harry has not seen Prince William since the period surrounding Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. That claim immediately drew attention because it highlighted just how distant the relationship between the brothers may have become. There have also been reports suggesting communication between them has been extremely limited. While different sources have disputed specific claims over the years, the broader picture painted by many reports is one of a relationship that remains deeply strained. Two brothers who shared major life experiences, military service, and some of the most difficult moments of their lives are now frequently described as being far apart, both personally and publicly. Another detail that fueled discussion was the suggestion from various reports that Prince William remains upset over past events. For many royal watchers, that information was not viewed as random background noise. Instead, it was seen as a meaningful signal that the wider family tensions remain unresolved and continue to shape the story behind the scenes. This is the point where many commentators draw comparisons to Princess Diana. And it is a parallel that continues to attract attention. People who have followed Harry's life for years often point to the lasting impact of losing his mother at such a young age, and the deep emotional mark that experience may have left behind. According to those who have closely observed his public journey, Harry has spoken before about grief, loss, and the difficult reality of living with unanswered questions. The idea of time slipping away, opportunities missed, and relationships left unresolved is something that many believe has shaped his outlook for decades.
Harry's children will completely be isolated with no real tight bond to that royal image that has made Harry who he still is today. Seeing Charlotte and George and all the cousins getting together and, learning things about each other, having those childhood memories together. And his children will have who? Nobody.
Some royal observers argue that this history helps explain why the current situation carries so much emotional weight. Harry understands firsthand what it means to lose a loved one before every conversation has been had and before every issue has been settled. That perspective has led some commentators to wonder whether concerns about time and family connections are playing a larger role in the story than many people realize. As discussions continue around King Charles's health, public responsibilities, and family relationships, some insiders suggest that Harry may be confronting difficult questions about the future. The feeling that time is precious and limited is a theme that repeatedly appears in commentary surrounding the family. That is part of what makes this situation so compelling to many observers. Rather than seeing it as a simple dispute, they view it as a complicated mix of family loyalty, personal history, old wounds, and difficult choices. Harry is often portrayed not as someone acting from a single motivation, but as a person navigating competing emotions and pressures that have built up over many years. For those following the story closely, that tension seems to be visible throughout the entire situation. And it naturally leads to another question. How are royal commentators and insiders interpreting everything that has unfolded so far? That is what many people believe sits at the heart of this entire story. And perhaps that is why the situation continues to capture so much attention. Beyond the security debates, media reports, public statements, and constitutional discussions, there remains a deeply personal family story that keeps drawing people back in. For countless observers, that has always been the most important part of the conversation. What do you think is really happening behind the headlines? Is this primarily a dispute over practical concerns, Or is there a much bigger family issue unfolding beneath the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read the discussions, and this is one of those stories that continues to spark strong opinions from every side. If you enjoyed this video and want more in-depth coverage of the biggest royal stories and controversies, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with friends and family who might find it interesting. And don't forget to leave a comment. We'd love to hear your perspective on this ongoing story. This story is still developing, and there could be many more twists ahead. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.